Greetings, everyone. My name is Nishea, aka Shade Black. I'm a Seattle artist. I've just recently begun putting myself out there as an artist in the last few months. Um, Before COVID, I was a school bus driver. I worked for First Student. I just went back there after working for a retirement community for 3 years. And I went back to First Student in February, and in March, COVID hit. I was in the process of getting my CDL back and had to completely stop everything. Thankfully, over the course of the months, I was able to complete my certification. So I'm a licensed CDL holder again. Um, However, I'm still not really able to use it. I'm at home. We're quarantining. There's no school, so there are no school bus drivers. And, we've got kids at home, so, and they're virtual learning and at home. So, with my partner working, thankfully during COVID, that's, um, he was able to find a good and steady position. So, um, that's a blessing. But, mama's at home and I'm like, what do I do? What is a what is an anxious mama to do? I need things to do. I'm one of those people who's just, I'm decently manic and if I'm not like being constructive, if I'm not helping, supporting or creating, like I'm just in my mind just driving myself all kinds of batshit crazy. Um, just a note, I don't always have the cleanest language. So, disclaimer, I am being mindful of that, and I'm working on things. I'm working on a lot of things. I'm hoping that with this channel, that I'll not only be showcasing my art, and these are not tutorials, by the way. I'm not a technically trained artist. Okay, I've not gone to any art institutions. I had an amazing art teacher in high school that believed in me, and a few teachers, throughout middle school and stuff, um, that saw some potential in me. But really that's about it. And then throughout the years I've had people, significant people, um, that had that have aided in my creative process. I I shunned my artistic ability. I it's like, yeah, I'm never gonna make it as an artist. I'm 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 kind of a realist. I'm a super optimist too, though, um, and I hope for like I hope for things that people think are just completely out of reach, you know, um, because why not? Because why not? Who says it's impossible? And maybe my persistent manifesting could, one day um, cure world hunger, or um, you know stop racism. I don't know. Hopefully my hoping will do something someday. I don't know. I'm one person, so I understand that, like, in the grand scheme of things, I may not matter very much. So um, I choose to do what I can when I can. And if that is purely just, manifesting greatness for the world, um, even though I may not be feeling my greatest, yeah, that's my style. So anyway, I'm sure you guys will learn a whole lot about me throughout this process. If you want to kind of speed the process up a bit, and get a little backstory of who I am and what I'm about, and um, my life really, because I just opened up my social media to the public a few months ago, and that's been weird. That's been really weird. There's some interesting people out there. And I'm pretty open and non-judgmental and everything like that. But man, like there are some people severely crossing the line on social media, and it's just really disgusting. So I've been like filtering out a lot of nonsense, and I've opened up multiple platforms in the last few months, and I finally made it to YouTube. I got a TikTok. I haven't ticked or talked yet. Um, so we'll see how that goes. I don't really know how what I do will translate in TikTok world. So I'm still trying to figure that out. Um, so yeah, that's why I figured, YouTube might be the best way because I can record a video. It could be however the fuck long. Like I've watched, or not watched, but I play my meditation music a lot and or sounds at night, and they're like 10 hours long. So I'm like, oh shit, yeah. I just did a 25-hour shoe um, design and execution. So yeah, I can totally do that. I probably won't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I will do a 25-hour video. Is it legal in YouTube land? We'll see. I don't know. Because again, these aren't tutorials. I'm probably just going to be on here painting and sketching and things like that and showing you the process. I have had I have had some people doubt my ability and doubt that I've actually created my work. So this is a good way to circumvent that because you're actually watching me do it. Um, so that means you can't really discredit that. So I will, I guess, just go into what I'm working on right now. Um, I've been doing a lot of commission pieces lately, but I've gotten a lot of questions about that. So by commission pieces, I'm saying like pretty much I have people, commission me for artwork. They ask, if I can create a portrait for them, their favorite character or whatever, or their favorite basketball star or whoever, and I'll create a portrait for them. I primarily work with acrylic. Um, I dabble in oil, and I haven't worked with watercolor in years, but I have a portrait in my queue that I've been considering doing watercolor with. That's a little terrifying just because it's like a portrait, and also it's a memorial portrait, which is why I think that watercolor might be really cool for this one because it's um, very, I don't know what the word is, and it's late right now, and I was just on Facebook live and kind of explaining that this is gonna be my new video platform. And I was like, man, my sleep schedules have been like super off lately. And well, not lately, in the quarantine months, because like I'm used to working. I'm used to being up at 3 o'clock in the morning and getting myself together, and being out of the house by 5 and all this stuff. Or like it's weird. It's really weird just being at home because it's so easy to sleep until 11 o'clock, um, when you don't really have many um, responsibilities outside of, of course, taking care of the house. But shit, there's only so much cleaning I can do. Goodness. Um, so yeah, a lot of my projects have been portraits, and I've got a few um, galleries that I'm going to be potentially attending pretty soon. I've got my own gallery that I want to officially open up. I haven't been able to because of COVID. Um, I just started doing paint parties in our home right before they shut things down again this time around. So I think that was like early November. I think it was like right before Thanksgiving, maybe. I don't know. Um, but they, shut everything down again, and they had it super restricted to where you couldn't even have more than 5 guests in your home at once unless they were outside and all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, we're not paying outside. So I guess, and understandably, people are weird about gathering right now. Our home is very clean. I'm sure you can eat off of our bathroom floors if you wanted to. That's pretty gross anyway. I mean, even if they were spotless. But it's, even then, it's a thing. It's a thing. COVID's terrifying. There's just a weird energy. There's just a weird air. You go outside and it's just stagnant, and it's just like you feel what people feel, and you feel that people are anxious, um, and that makes you anxious. And oh man, for someone who already had anxiety going into COVID, man, my anxiety's been through the roof over the last few months. Just various things going on, and I try not to focus too deeply on the negatives that are going on in the world, but how can you not also? I feel like it's irresponsible to turn a blind eye to everything, but to be quite honest, to preserve my peace, to preserve my sanity, to be the best mother, partner, person that I can be, I really have to not pay attention to a lot of what's going on in the world and just do what I can to change it and hopefully make it better someday. So that's where I stand. So yeah, this project that I'm doing was it was a trickle down, I guess, a domino effect from the last one that I did. I designed and executed some anime themed Air Force Ones. The theme was a show called One Piece. I'd never heard of it before. Um, Someone was looking for someone to customize some shoes, and a mutual friend of ours on Facebook tagged me in their post, and we connected and worked it out, and I came up with a design. She loved it, so yeah, we rolled with it. So I'm going to show you my first design. Or not my first design, because there was only one. I designed this one, and she loved that. And we collabed about what she kind of wanted beforehand. And then I love when people give me creative control, because she just let me do my thing, and they came out super dope. By the way, Bud Life. Let me get under there real quick. This bun's magnificent. So this is the first sketch. This is the inside of the right shoe. So I did a comic effect on the inside of both shoes, and then the outside, I did like a vibrant, more like action-packed theme, which really like spoke to their characters. Again, I didn't know the show beforehand. So, before I do any piece for anybody, I do my research. And that doesn't mean like whether it's a portrait for someone or something that's already been created, I'm doing my research. If it's a portrait, I would love to have multiple pictures even if it's not the one that I'm painting, just so I can get a feel for the person, get a feel for their personality, their energy. I can see the light in their eyes. I can see, their facial expressions, how one cheek, slightly goes up when they smile. Like I can see all of those things, different angles, different lighting, the way the light hits your face in certain spots. I would rather have more than less. And a lot of the times the picture quality is not the best for what people want me to recreate. So it helps to have multiples. So this particular one, I didn't know the show, so I did my research. I went on Google and I went on YouTube and and watched one video actually, which was all I needed because it summed up the two characters, Luffy and Zoro. Luffy or Luffy? I'm not sure about that. And for all you animators, I apologize if I got it wrong. I apologize if I get any of these wrong because these new characters, they have some very interesting names and I don't want to butcher anything and like have y'all upset with me. So please forgive me, correct me if I'm wrong, because but don't be kind, please. Don't hurt me too bad. Don't cut me too bad. So Luffy and Zoro. So yeah, the video that I watched, it was super informative and it was all that I needed to be able to understand them more as their characters. And it was essentially a clip when I guess Luffy died or was dying, and Zoro had an option from the guy who, I guess whoever like killed Luffy or was taking his power or whatever the case. It was a clip, so I just caught the last little bit of it. So the guy who like killed Luffy, he gave Zoro an option to either let Luffy die or for Zoro to take on all of Luffy's pain. And he's like, well, let me just give you a little taste of what his pain feels like, and then you decide. And then he gave him just a little droplet of Luffy's pain, and it was like completely debilitating for Zoro. It was so much pain. And it just made you feel for Luffy, and it just made you feel for Zoro because Zoro was just hurting from all Luffy's hurt. But then like Luffy was just like laying on the ground dying, and he was in like you just want to scoop him up because you're like, oh, you poor little thing, you just had all this hurt for so long, and now you're just like about to be taken out, and like your fate is completely in the hands of your boy. I was like, and this was like an 8-minute clip, and I was like, I was stressed out. But of course, Zoro being fucking Zoro, I mean, with a name like Zoro, come on. He opted to take on all of Luffy's pain. And goodness gracious, I'm about to it was so good. You guys should, man, please check this out. I'm saying I'm gonna have to get into anime now because these storylines they're something else. So after Zoro took on all Luffy's pain, he was all like bloody and bruised and like, drained and exhausted and just, you could just tell like he just been through the ringer. But Luffy lived. He took on all his boy's pain, yo. That was, man, I am so glad I picked that clip to watch for research, because that is literally all I needed to know who they were. And then I ran with it. I took all of the reference pictures that I got, and with that clip I just went ham. So this is what I came up with for the inside of the shoe. And again, I did the comic clips for the inside. So this one, Hold on, I gotta get close so I can see because I don't even remember what I wrote. So in the background, they're like, "It's all in your hands, Luffy." And he's like, "I got it." Yeah, he's like, yeah, and he's like the fire guy. So he's like the super fiery one, and he's, I guess he's really manic and feisty. So yeah, fire guy. So hence red. Um, and then over here, it's like, I've always been free. These were for a 15-year-old, by the way, who loves this show. So, and his reaction was just priceless. He's 15, so of course, he couldn't show how excited he was. He was like, oh yeah, like, but you saw the light in his eyes, and you could tell like these are something that he's gonna cherish for the rest of his life. His mom got him a super cool case and like all of this other one piece gear to go with him. Like, oh man, it warms my heart just thinking about it. So, um, so yeah, and then his name. I'm not gonna like showcase that too much, but then this one is the outside. My bad, one sec. I lost my page. This is a sketchbook that is shared by me and my now 8-year-old, who is an artist. He's an incredible little artist who is obsessed with Among Us. So he's been drawing Among Us characters, and he's been making us little clay Among Us figurines. we've made stuffed animals. Yeah, yeah, and it's weird because like I appreciate that it's bringing out his creativity, and it's making him want to like draw and create things. He's making like diagrams and different he's creating an interactive board game for like an Among Us board game that we can play as a family. And so no, we're not going to walk around like stabbing each other and stuff. We came up with an age friendly version of the Among Us game. So he's going to come up with different tasks and all kinds of things. So I mean, I don't know. He tries to explain the premise of the game to me, but all I hear is like killing and corpse and like. So I'm like, okay, all right, like I get it. You're 8, so like 8-year-olds do different things now, but like I don't know. But what else? It's fine. It's fine, right? It's fine. So this is the outside of the right shoe. This is Luffy's shoe. And like I said, he's the fiery guy. He's super fierce. I'm not gonna say fierce. He's not fierce. He's like, he's mad passionate. He's mad aggressive, but he's super gentle too. He's fun. He's fun and playful, he's a goofy guy. I don't know. Again, I don't know too much about him, but this is what I gathered from him. But he's a fire guy. So this was the design. I don't know how YouTube works in that way. Can I post pictures? I guess in the comments maybe. If I can, I will post pictures of the final product of the actual shoes, not just the designs, because the designs are cool, but they're nothing compared to the actual shoes. Even on the design, I was able to get like the metallic in the sword right there and stuff, but like the shoes, it's like so. Anyway, this is Luffy's outside portion of his shoe, and then it'd be dope if I can post pictures, because I didn't actually fully design the outside of Zoro's shoe, just because I was already like I was already like 11 hours in when I finished the 3. So I wasn't trying to like I was just trying to go and get on the shoes. So I didn't design the outside of Zorro's shoe until I was finished printing it on the actual shoe, the inside of a shoe, and then I figured out the the design for the outside. Excuse me. So this is the inside of Zorro's shoe. So yes, they are different colors, which makes that super cool for me. Which oh yeah, these new ones are gonna be different colors too, but they're gonna be super vibrant. So I'm super yeah, I'm excited about that. Um, so Zorro's comic strip, he got on the wrong ship. Oh my gosh, no. And they're like pirates or something, so you don't want to get on the wrong ship, yo. Come on, you gotta be more careful than that. So Zorro, he got on the wrong ship. So I made the swoosh his sword. Um, Close up on him. His eye scar and everything. And then, so this one here, I mean, it's just a pencil sketch, and it was a very rough sketch. This again, I was just trying to get some ideas down, but this was the outside shoe. So I would like to be able to post pictures of the final product, but if I cannot, I will definitely link my social media pages in the section so that y'all can follow me and see all of my work. I've got an Etsy page, and I'm working on a couple different websites where I can have my work printed on various items, mugs and blankets and totes, calendars, all kinds of things. All kinds. They have like a list of like 20 different things. I don't know. So I'm working on that. That one's just super time consuming. And I've got other projects working on right now, so I'm not extremely concerned about that one right now. But yeah, I think this was a pretty cool introduction, right? Right? We did it. I'm on YouTube now. So, maybe I'll just let this be the first video, and then I will have the second one be like me actually drawing and sketching and everything. I might, because I've got my references and everything on my phone, and I'm using my phone to record. It's propped up on this lovely little plate and planter's pot um, in front of me, and my phone is propped up on my car phone hanger thing. I've yet to get like proper recording tools, because this is pretty good. It works. Yeah, I got a decent phone. It's an Android. Screw you, Clubhouse. Sidebar. What's up with Clubhouse excluding Android members? Y'all create all this buzz and everything else, and you're like, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Gotta get on. But then only certain people can get on? That's so messed up. I didn't even know I wanted to be a part of the group until you told me that I couldn't be a part of the group. Ow! Clubhouse? I personally love my Android, okay? And no, I don't want an iPhone, okay? I spent $1,000 on my Android. Yeah, that's a pretty penny. It's a good, and it's still serving me well. So why would I go and upgrade? I'm cool. I don't need all that extra. So, but 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 now I'm gonna figure out who to write a letter to, and um, if anybody would be willing to sign a petition, all you Android users out there who are not able to get into Clubhouse right now, comment. I will create a petition, and we will raise hell to whoever we need to about this damn shit. Cause man, come on. I don't know why I want to be in there so bad now. I wasn't even tripping about it before, but then I kept seeing everybody talking about it, and I'm like, oh man, okay, let me inquire. And then I inquired about it, and this lady's like, oh, well, you have to have an iPhone. And I'm like, what the hell? What the fucking shit is that? I gotta have an iPhone? Like, what? Come on, man. Come on. It is 2021. All this prejudice is going around in the world. For some reason. Okay. Enough of that. Enough of Clubhouse. Jeez. All right. These YouTube videos are going to be very interesting because, as anybody who has followed me, if you've seen in my lives, it's usually just myself, the cat, and the lizard at this time at night because the boys are asleep and my love is at work, and I'm just up in here talking to myself and to you guys. So I crack myself up a lot. I've got a decently potty mouth. I'm not always the most articulate person. I stumble my words a lot. I ramble a lot. I will talk to anybody who wants to listen. And I'm pretty positive, and you know, however, though, I'm human, and I can't always be. So, you know, you might see me on here tired of crying, you know, a little like, however, I'm always going to put my best foot forward, no matter what, and I will always do my best to shine the brightest light. If I'm going to come to you guys with anything, it's going to be something that you could maybe take something away from. So, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching and liking and subscribing and sharing. And stay tuned and look out for more artwork and antics by yours truly, Shay Black. I will see y'all later.